Welcome to the first video in what will be a series of videos. This video will help you understand the first concepts of codesign within RhinoArtisan. As you can see in the top right corner, there's a profile picture that comes from the Connect authentication. It is very important to configure Connect first. To do this, we go to Settings, and in the menu on the left, we expand Artisan. Then, we click on Integrations. We'll then check that our Connect API key has been added. Now from the File menu, we can show codesign. When the panel opens, we can dock it to a side and integrate it into our layout. For example, on the left side. The goal of this video is for you to understand the basic concepts. In the codesign panel, at the bottom, we'll find the chat area and several icons. The first is a microphone, which lets you send voice messages. The speaker icon, which is disabled by default, allows the AI to respond with voice. The trash icon lets you delete the history. Next, we have the icon to open your book of recipes or prompts. And then there's the button to send messages. We'll go deeper in future videos. To begin, the first thing I'll do is go to Boutique to select a model. As we can see, this is Boutique, a tool specially designed for use in stores, where you have various collections available and ready to use. For this video, we'll open the Vintage collection. Inside this collection, we'll use, for example, the Vintage 5 model. Now that we have the model, we'll maximize the perspective view to see it better. We can also change the display mode to shaded. Great! Now let's start working on this design. As you can see on the right, we have the outliner, which shows the model's information and characteristics. Now we're ready to start writing or speaking with codesign. The first thing I'll do is say hello to make sure the AI is working properly. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I'm excited to help you with your jewelry design project in RhinoArtisan. How can I assist you today?
Since we've received a response, everything looks good. The first thing we'll say is, change the main gemstone to oval 1.50 carats. I type the text and hit send.
Of course. Let's change the main gemstone to an oval shape with 1.50 carats.
As you can see, it has updated the model and also sent us a response with the information about what it did. We can see the model has adapted perfectly to the new gemstone shape. This works in any display mode, so you can use whichever one you prefer. In my case, the default ring size is American 6.5. But we're going to ask the AI to change that size. Set the ring size to British letter H. If you pay attention, it will change the ring size and reposition all of the other elements in the model to match the new ring size. In my taste, it has a very classic touch. I'd like to change the cluster to 3 prongs instead of 5. This way, in addition to making it more modern, we'll also reduce the model's weight. Change the cluster prongs from 5 to 3. Perfect. This model is starting to look good. Now, what will be next? As we can see, the prongs and gemstones are all straight. I'd like to give them an angle. For example, 15 degrees. I'll say, set the gemstones in the cluster to 15 degrees. We'll see this part shift the gemstones and adapt the setting to the angle I requested. We've got it. Another thing that I think we can improve is the arm's position relative to the setting. I think it's too close. But of course, to do that, we'd need to know the distance between the arms. And right now, I don't have that information. The good thing about working with AI is that I don't need to know it. I can simply ask it to increase the distance. For example, in the cathedral, increase the width of the arm's distance by 0.5 millimeters. Perfect. We have it. Next, I want to remove the bridge. I believe there's enough metal to secure the setting. Remove the bridge of the cathedral shank. I didn't like the result, so I'll say, I don't like it. It understands that the last change wasn't right and should be undone. Now I have the design as I'd like it. Of course, you can keep using all the other RhinoArtisan functionalities at any moment. I could even ask the AI to change the metal, and it would do that. But I can manage more than geometry with codeesign. I can ask, for example, how many stones does it have? We have many tools like gem map and report, but we see how it quickly responds.
The design has 13 stones in total, 1 main oval diamond, 1.50 carats, and 12 cluster stones, 2.60 millimeters, totaling 0.768 carats.
Now I'm going to change to 18 karat white gold, as I need it in this metal. Another thing I'll ask is, could you give me the pricing?
The total price for this ring design is €6,727.95. Here's the detailed breakdown. Metal, white gold 18 karat, €412.42. Certified diamond, 1.5 carats oval, €5,422.29. Manufacturing, processes €417.08, including printing, casting, and setting costs.
It's a very complete answer. With this information, I see the price works for me, or it's what my client needs. So I'll say, open the breakdown panel, and we see it opens the panel on the right with detailed breakdown information, metal prices, cost per gram, wax weight, and since I have the Nevoda option activated, it has also selected a certified stone with its price, along with process cost information and more. We can save this report directly as an Excel file by clicking Save. We'll assign a name and location, and done. Now that we have everything ready, we can move to production. I'll say, Prepare design for production. We can see how it has prepared the model for production by extending the prongs for that process. Now I'll say, Add the dimensions, and it adds them directly to the model automatically. Remember that these dimensions are from Rhino, so we can change and adapt them to our liking. By default, they are created according to the document settings. Now I'll say, make a report using Customer A. Great. Here we have our report. We can even edit it. For example, change the view display, adjust the element positions, adapt it to our needs. If we find the dimensions too small, we can edit this in Settings. Then go to Annotation Styles, click Edit, then Scale all sizes. We can change it to 2, and we'll see the dimensions larger. Adjust it to your preference. When we have the report the way we like it, we can print it. It's important to enable display color in the output color options to show the gem map with the different colors. Let's return to the perspective view and say, Set the design for rendering and delete all dimensions. Voila! We have our model ready for rendering. Though it's not important for this video, we'll show another functionality. We can click on Loom and simply capture the image of the model by clicking here. Now we'll say, I need an ultra-realistic image of this ring. The metal part I need in pink gold and the gems in diamonds. Put the ring on the finger of a blonde woman who is touching her hair. She is in a palace room. Keep the proportions. Voila! We have a beautiful render of the model ready to publish. Now let's switch the AI model to create a video. We'll say, make her look at the camera and smile while showing the ring. Now RhinoArtisan will compute it, and in 2 minutes we have our video. Don't miss this video series to discover our new features. We hope you liked it. Stay tuned, more updates are coming. We'd love to hear your feedback.